Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Rakish Thoughts. My name is William. Today we're going to be looking at a video entitled Myron Told Them Men Prefer Younger, Hotter Girls. Now, this is from the Fresh and Fit podcast in their After Hours series. I'm not really sure exactly what they're going to be getting into. We're going to review it in real time. Let's take a look.
Since we breaking stereotypes, like not every young female is a young, dumb, stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Like all of us are not
There you
stupid
go.
bitches.
No, you
Like
guys
some of
aren't
us.
stupid. It's the older you get, the wiser you get. That's all it is.
Okay, but
Not really.
It's
It
not.
doesn't-
You're not stupid. I'm sorry if that was me that said that.
Right,
I want to
but-
be very clear on that.
okay, I didn't say it was you, but like
Well,
I was
go
saying,
ahead.
basically, like
Always
everybody
big
that's young is not stupid. A lot of us are ambitious and smart. Like just because you got played a few times or you got tried, that doesn't mean I'm gonna get played. Like just because we had the same age at the same time, like that makes no sense. Like
I've noticed that older women use that as a shaming tactic to men anytime they date a woman in their 20s. And the thing is this, ladies, it's biological. Just like you want a man that's taller than you and makes money and is successful and has security, men want young, beautiful women. If you're in your 30s, sorry to the ladies here at the table, you ain't gonna be able to compete with the 21-year-olds. It's a fact. Sorry. Like
Your money.
Mother Nature gives you your gifts and Father Time takes it away, baby. So it is what it is. And that's the truth.
I met women in their 20s that look like they're 40. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That does not matter.
That-
It does
okay.
not matter.
You
It's
can
how
say-
you carry
no,
yourself.
but
It's not just about the look, though. That's what she's kind of missing there. She said she knows women in their 40s who look like they're in their 20s. And it's not just about the way that the person looks. It's also about the experiences. Because the less experiences you've had, the more of a chance you have to bond and be cool with somebody. And when I say be cool with, I don't mean like friendly. I mean like just be content. You know, the more experiences you have, the less potential to be content that you have. The more set in your ways you are. The more you just need things to be your way. And the less likely you are to get with somebody else's program. And ultimately, if you're going to marry somebody, you need to be able to get with their program. You need to be able to mesh with them and live on a day-to-day basis with whoever they are. And the older a woman gets, the less likely she is to be able to do that. Let's continue.
That's cool.
How you look,
That's
how
cool.
how you project yourself, and how you make.
Okay,
them
that's
feel.
cool. That's cool. But again, what did I say before? I said reality doesn't adhere to social constructs. On paper, we tell people it's okay, baby girl. You get older, it's okay. You're still gonna be beautiful, whatever. The men are still gonna go after the younger women. It is what it is. It's the truth. It's the truth of reality.
But it's what she's saying. It doesn't make younger women seem stupid.
No, but
like,
when we
it's
mentioned
like-
that earlier, because she
exactly.
said, "Hey, I make a lot of money. I want a successful man, whatever." I said, "Well, why is he going to sit there and have to tolerate your traditional femininity when he can go ahead and get a girl that's always feminine, that's younger and more coachable?"
I'm actually
Why?
talking to somebody who is
you
who
go.
makes a good like 3-4 million a year. He
Okay.
always
Do
spends
you have a ring
everything-
yet?
No, I didn't.
Then you didn't
but-
win.
No, listen,
I don't care.
listen,
Like, yo, if you
let
don't have
me
a ring, you don't
finish.
win.
Let me finish. Whenever he
Go ahead.
asked me, because he's 36, he asked me, he's like, "How old are you?" And I was like 32. He was like, "Perfect." He's like, "I don't like anybody under 28." And that's
Cap.
just his preference. No,
Cap.
look, that's just his preference. You don't
Cap.
I
know.
agree.
You don't know.
I don't believe that's the truth. I don't like anybody under 28. What man in the history of all men has ever said, "Oh, I don't like anybody under 28"? Why? For what reason? What would be the rationale of that? That's crazy. That's just crazy talk.
oh,
You
Cap.
just don't know.
See,
All your
see,
opinion
Men will
based.
say,
So
men
this
will
is
say what it
opinion.
takes. See,
Like,
you
your
guys are so
opinion.
Yeah.
like ingrained in
Yeah.
like your reality.
So y'all
Yo,
liars.
men will say what they need to say to get laid.
Yeah,
you
that's
probably
not true.
bang the 21-year-old right after fucking with you.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
truth, man.
Not everyone's a piece
Men-
of shit, man. There's good men
I
out there
mean,
that
I
don't
don't
do what you
doubt
do.
it.
Hold on.
Plus, anyway,
Hold on,
there
hold
can
on.
be 30-something-year-old women that look way better than.
Hold on.
the-
What makes a man a piece of shit for wanting to have sex with women?
Like,
No, nothing. But if that's like all you want out of a woman, then
You're
what
just
the
looking
fuck
at
are you
the
doing?
age? Okay,
Just the
like,
age. If you're just
you're looking
trying
at
to
the
fuck her
age?
because she's young, like
No.
No.
Here's the thing.
that's just-
You seem to have a lot of issues with what we're saying. Hey, man.
yes, I
it's-
do.
Yeah, and that's fine. You could be triggered. You can be
I'm
triggered
not
about what we're
triggered. I'm
saying.
just answering your questions.
No, well, here's the thing. You're saying, "Oh, well, you're a piece of shit because you want to have sex with other women."
Pretty triggered.
Hey, just like you want a man that's secure financially, tall, confident, everything else like that, men have preferences and wants too. We want young, attractive, agreeable women that are in shape, that are going to follow our lead and not give us a headache. Period.
You can't talk for the whole male population.
That is,
You're
that is
talking
one,
for yourself.
Hold on. No.
Majority of
Because I'm not gonna lie,
That has
most
nothing to do
wives
with the
I know
age.
that the ones
I'ma
with the
be-
ring on the finger are not what you just
I'm a-
described.
I'm-
They're
I'm-
a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna be real. I mean, obviously, I think that I agree with a lot of stuff that Myron and Fresh is saying, because at the end of the day, they wouldn't be this popular if majority of the men didn't agree. I don't really know too many channels that are as big as them, to be honest. I mean, I think you guys could, try to be indifferent, but I mean, I became a fan of the show because of the stuff y'all was talking, because I never really seen no one on the internet like bold enough to say these things.
Keep it real.
I mean, you guys are here because what? It's an interesting show.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Question, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, so you're 22 years old. The thing is this, are you in college right now?
I just graduated, actually.
Where'd you go?
FSU. Go
Okay,
Bulls.
so congratulations
Thank
on your graduating. The thing is this, man. The reason why these concepts that we say sound foreign to you is because if men speak like this, they get canceled. They get considered misogynist, assholes, toxic, insecure, small dick energy, whatever it is. Very few men are going to tell the truth about what they're actually aroused by in women, because it's politically incorrect to say anything that, how do I say this, tells the uncomfortable truths about sexuality. When a woman says, I want a man that makes this much money, is this tall, whatever, it's considered preferences. If a man
Just
says,
their
I don't want to date
preference.
no old woman that's going to be an obnoxious, assertive, whatever it is, it's considered discrimination or small dick energy. The reason why we have almost 12,000 live viewers right now at 12:30 in the morning is because men think like this. You guys think we're way more complex than we really are. Men are simple. Sex silent sandwiches, man. Real talk. That's why a lot of these women that you mentioned, they're fives. They're not even that attractive. How'd they get married? Because they're compliant.
Yeah.
That's how you get a ring, is by being compliant. Men, when it comes to marriage and a long-term commitment and a real relationship, they don't want a woman that's going to be quarrelsome. It's in every religious text. Quarrelsome women cause issues. We want peaceful women
Proverbs.
that are going to be with
Yep.
our program and not give us a headache.
My favorite
You're
book,
entitled
the
to your
Bible.
opinion, but you're not entitled to a ring either. So you can have your opinion by yourself.
I
So
agree to everything you're saying. But one,
Yeah, go ahead.
I do agree with everything you're saying, but I have never disagreed on that. I've always said, woman, be submissive to your man, all this, but that has nothing to do with just have something going on for yourself.
No,
for
you
your
can.
life. That has nothing to do
I'm
with
just
how I
simply
treat my
saying-
man, how I
okay.
make my man feel, and how I.
I'm just saying, your career doesn't make you sexier.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
who
telling
said
you.
that. I don't
Women
know who
don't
said
have
that.
Right. The man does not care about the woman's career because the woman's career doesn't benefit the man per se. For the most part, the money that she brings from it is just going to be her money, doesn't have anything to do with him. Her career, like the skills and the personality that she has had to cultivate in order to be successful in her career, is more than likely gonna bring about traits that will detract from a relationship or detract from the ability of her to just get along with this guy. So she's gonna be combative. She's gonna, prognosticate. She's gonna get into dick measuring. She's gonna be like, oh well, I do this, I do that, and nobody cares. I mean, not that nobody cares, but not in a relationship. That's not what you want. You want peace. You want, sexual attraction. You want to be with somebody, but you don't care about them telling you about their accolades from a male perspective. Women go for that. Men have to become that. So when women become that, that does nobody any good.
career
No.
to be
Who said
sexier.
that?
That's what I
don't know
wanted
who
to
even
say.
said
No,
that.
hold on, hold
I
on.
don't think that's
When I
to
said
be
earlier,
independent.
when I've mentioned a high value woman does not exist by her own, all of you started throwing your careers and your financial accolades at me.
Yeah, you did.
As if it
Not
was
a lot
something
of
that was
us.
attractive. Well, I make this much money, blah, blah, blah. You led with your career, which, hey, if you're a guy, that might work. But as a man, we don't care how much money y'all make.
We don't do it for the
Exactly.
men. We have our career for ourselves. We're not trying to impress you by being millionaires. We're
So
doing
why'd
it
you
for
guys bring that up
ourselves.
immediately
Yeah.
after when I said
Because
high
I
value
think
woman
Because
doesn't
maybe
exist by
that's what
herself?
we consider a
Yeah.
high value
I
woman.
consider myself a
Consider
high value woman.
somebody
All right.
So
who-
everything,
who
I'm sure,
has
is
morals,
fine.
So tell me,
who
hold on,
is
ladies,
educated, who
ladies,
has a
ladies.
career.
If you're viable, you're viable to the consumer, right? So we are the consumer. We're men.
Just for a second, do you see the demeanor of the young blonde lady in the corner, the one that says she was 22 years old. Like, she's really combative already. She's talking about how everything is for her. She has kind of a masculine tone, and she's just, she's listening enough to have a retort so that she can battle. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's a self-described feminist. I wouldn't be surprised if her main purpose of being there is just to create like a tension. And quite frankly, I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up being Frank Castle. I've seen how they do here. Myron likes to put women out. Well, whoever's disagreeable and causing problems. And she seems like she might be headed down that road. Maybe I'm wrong.
So if you're valuable, that means you have certain traits that we value, and that's what makes you high value to us, not to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Me
I mean, I have a
personally,
great ass.
But let me ask you.
Right. Absolutely. Your value is not determined by yourself. And I wonder if they're going to shut this down completely, or if they're going to let the women keep going with this. But that's delusion right there. Like, my value is not determined by me. I might decide that, my sword collection, or, my ability to do martial arts, or, maybe I can sing underwater, and I say, oh, that makes me high value. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If that's not bringing in money or something that they can directly use, they don't care. What woman cares about how nice a man's shoe collection is, or how good he is at Madden? Okay, great. You are good at Madden. What good is that doing that woman? None. So she doesn't care about that. So why then are they trying to use the same metrics when it comes to them? Like, it doesn't matter how valuable you think you are, or you feel you are. Your value is determined by the market. It's determined by the audience, by the purchaser, whoever is trying to consume whatever it is you're selling. That's where your value is determined. So if I am looking for women, and I tell you, hey, I can fart the loudest, and I can spit 20 feet in the air, that might be fun for guys to laugh at, but women ain't gonna put no value to that. They're not assigning that any kind of worth. That's just stupid stuff that I do to them. They're like, why would they put value on that? And it's ridiculous. Like, as a man, it's ridiculous for certain things, for you to have the perspective that somebody other than you and other than your compadres to care about these things. But here, it sounds like she's headed down this road where she's going to say, hey, well, you know what? The things that I value, you too should value. No, your value in the market, because they're essentially talking about the value of the sexual marketplace. Your value in the market is not determined by you. It's determined by the consumer of you. So let's continue. But yeah, I just had to say that. Had keyboard issues.
That's for the ladies.
That's pretty good, Chris.
I got a question. I got a question for the ladies. Like, what do y'all think makes y'all high value? Like just as a from y'all perception.
Individually or as a group of women?
No. Just I want to know, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what do you consider high value as yourself as a woman?
Standards.
Okay.
Having standards. Like, I'll set my standards, and if you don't meet them, then you can't have me.
Yeah, but you have to meet.
Well, I thought you meant like your own standards, like how you carry yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly.
Or like how you carry yourself, like your own morals.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes you high value? Or do you even believe that concept?
I play the field.
Okay. What makes you high value?
I think I just.
What makes you high value?
Okay.
I think I just have to feel comfortable with who I am, and I have to be, in God's eyes, like
There she go.
just a good person.
Comfortable with
That's
her,
what makes
who
me
she
high
is,
value.
and in
As long as
God's eyes.
I'm not hurting nobody, as long as I'm loving myself, as long.
So when she says comfortable with who she is, that means as long as she likes it. And then she says in God's eyes, meaning that nobody can judge her. So she's just completely beyond any kind of judgment, and she can do whatever she wants. That's what that means.
I'm taking care of myself and my family. That's all that matters. I could give a shit less what anybody else says.
See?
Hold on. I want to add to that question. Let's go back here real quick. What do you bring to the table for a guy that you want?
I know how to take care of a man. Like, for example, I'm in a relationship right now, and I know that this man has like
I'm in a relationship guy.
blown up because of me, because I'm taking care of all his basic needs so that he can do whatever he is best at. Like, I am doing whatever I am best at so that he can do whatever he is best at. And then we both grew up together, you know? Like, he's not going to cook for himself or clean for himself, but if I'm doing that and I'm like taking care of him in other ways, he can do whatever he's best at, and that takes us together to another level. That's
Okay,
what
so you
I
help with the
believe.
small things.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
What I bring to the table, I bring the basic shit, like cook, clean, suck, fuck, all that extra stuff. But what I really bring to the
Appreciate
table,
the
besides
honesty.
what all the other bitches could do, like I could actually listen to you, see what you're talking about, respond. I can actually give you a thought out opinion without like my feelings all in it. Like, even if I disagree, I could tell you why I disagree, and I see why you agree with what you agree with. Like, I'm not just linear. Like, yeah.
Okay. What do you bring to the table?
I like to understand a lot. So
Sure she
I'll
does.
definitely try to hear you out and get to know you and get why you're the way you are. I love to share moments big and small. I do love to cook for myself and for my people. I love to
Right,
take
for
care
herself.
of people.
herself.
It's a lot. It's a lot that I can do for anybody. It's just how I love myself, I'm gonna love you. If I love myself a lot, I'm gonna love you way more. That's all it is.
Okay. And what makes you high value, and then what do you bring to the table?
I would say I bring to the table a lot of knowledge. I'm loyal. I cook really well. I'm a great chef. I'm very adventurous, spontaneous. I'm very open to a lot of different opportunities and things. Great listener. And even if I didn't bring anything to the table, I'm still high value. I can bring dirt to the table, and there's still a line of men waiting outside the door just to talk to me, and I can offer jack shit.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down. Break that down later after this.
Wow. She doesn't need to bring anything to the table. She's still going to have a line of men out the door. But a line of men out of the door to do what? What do they want with her? I mean, she really has to put that in perspective. Like, what do they want her for? Do they want to keep her, or do they want to use her for the evening? And then after she opens her mouth, do they even really want that? This goes right back to my thoughts on, like, wife versus mistress. Like, what are your behaviors headed toward? Like, what are you positioning yourself as? Like, if you were a product sitting on a shelf, what would your packaging say about you? She's not convincing at all to me. And yeah, she might have a line of guys out the door, but I bet you they don't really, really want to keep her around. And I bet you they don't even want to have a conversation with her. They're just trying to do just enough to get some sex out of her. They don't want her.
Well, when we get to a certain point, like, I'm a freak. Like, I'll wake you up sucking your dick and cook and have breakfast ready. But also too, like, cause I'm about my
God
money. I
bless
want to
her.
know, what are we gonna do? And like, let me flip it. Like I said, I've always been an investment. Invest your time, love me, be correct. I'm correct. I'm not even telling you to be faithful, because like I said, what you do with someone else is your business. You know, me, I act different because I am a woman. I'm not for everybody. I am exclusive, and I have no problem with that. But you know, I know I'm a high value because of the energy I bring. Like, there's not very people that as genuine and loyal as me. And the things that I've overcame,
She may
like my
really have some
strength, I
high
can
value
overcome
energy.
many obstacles. I'm wise beyond my years.
What is high value?
Question.
People
Would
in
you
the
say you're
market
okay with being
desire
cheated
to
on?
have you and would compete for
If
you.
it's like an agreement, it's not cheated.
value.
It's a respect level.
That's pretty
Like,
simple.
if I'm at this level, like,
As a woman, you always it just depends. Like, you have I've been
wonder what
different
she
in
was
all
gonna
my
say.
relationships. You just have to bring to the table whatever your man needs at the time.
Okay.
Like it can change from time to time, but you need to bring to the table whatever the fuck he needs at the time he needs it.
And would you consider yourself high value?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I've tried my best at least to be that. Sometimes they might need a listener, sometimes they might need a friend. Like you're supposed to give that, to them.
That's
All
right.
right. Next.
I just like to be honest, loyal, and just stick with my man, the man I decide to be with, not on a date. Talking about my man, I will ride with you till the end, no matter what, because I've been through it, been there, done that, so I know. And I'm always gonna be there by your side to side. And the people that know me here, that are seeing me, they know. The people trust me. Like you just need a ride or die person to have a real relationship with. Somebody that you know that's gonna ride with you through good, thick, everything. Because
Right.
I'm about to piss off all the girls at the table after this, man. I'm about to piss them all off, but I'm gonna say
and
it.
give them a good sex and give them
Don't
what
do
they
it.
need
Okay.
and make them have fun and everything gets boring and
All
spice
right.
it up all the time.
Okay, cool. Maya?
Maybe.
I
That may
would
be the
say high value would be someone who's very honest and loyal and can be themselves. Also, what you have to offer and bring to
Loyal
the
and be
table. Like I
themselves.
consider,
Sounds basic.
bringing to the table someone that's going to take care of their man, cook, clean, benefit them.
Notice how none of what she said is special. This is supposedly high value. It sounds like, it sounds like the basics. Sounds like remedial level. I'm gonna bring loyalty. You can talk to me. I'm gonna cook a little bit. Don't that sound basic? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm conditioned in another way.
Help them grow, make them happy. Like if you don't offer those things, then there's many other options out there that can. It's just you just have to offer like the best for your man, or you're just like every other bitch then.
That's the basic.
Be
Clean.
different.
That's just
The bare minimum.
the bare minimum.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
the
It's like
basic. That's not.
there's nothing wrong with bringing,
Still sounds like
being like a great girl for your dude and like cooking and cleaning for them and, wanting to grow with them. That's not basic. That's just
Right,
being a
taking notes.
traditional woman, and that's what you were taught to do. And that's the reality of it.
Cool.
I feel like brings substance and loyalty and basic needs, like you said, cooking, cleaning, to help them grow.
What is
Cool.
substance?
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Referring to?
Ready to
Papier,
rumble.
or Papier, Ron, you guys got anything before I go into this?
I actually do before you
Yeah,
say
go ahead.
something. So like I'm not trying to piss you off, but you said something like, oh, like I'm different or whatever. Like at the end of the day, I know that we all think that, we're different, and we're all different in our own way, we really are. But I feel like women need to stop being like, oh, you'll never find anybody like me, because like us, there's a million out there. Like it depends on like the connection that you have with the guy, and the guy like chooses us and we choose them. But just like me, just like you, just like you, there's millions of girls that
Bro
are
with the
just
red
like
hat look like
us
he
that
got
guys
something
can
to
choose
say.
from. So I don't really agree with that term of like I'm different or I'm this or I'm that.
It's the chemistry
Okay.
and whatever.
It's
the
confidence.
connection you
If
have
you're
with the
confident,
person.
You
Probably
have a
shouldn't know who he
chemistry.
is.
A guy cannot
All right.
take it seriously, and the next one will take you seriously.
Go, Papier. Go
I
ahead.
feel like a woman's value just goes in her just her chastity, her morals, her pureness. It's like it's like if you go to other countries, like I was in Istanbul, Turkey. I travel a lot. I travel the world a lot, and it's crazy because in those cultures, it's like they take purity in women very seriously.
That's
This girl, she was
perspective,
telling me about like if I don't know how long ago it was, but she was saying when she was growing up, if you was in a wedlock, like you had a kid without being married, like your family disowns you.
Yeah.
You know what
Muslim
I'm saying?
countries, man, they
Yeah.
don't fuck around.
They don't play.
So I think a woman's value is just her purity, bro. Like how pure are you? What's your moral standard? How you carry yourself. That's really valuable.
AK, that Louis Vuitton bag can't be bought for less than $10,000.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, with women and money and,
How about
and
that?
careers and stuff, it's like, for instance, like, a stripper can make 200, 300, 400,000 a year. She makes a lot of money, but that doesn't mean she's valuable. Look at her moral ethics. Look at her moral code. Look at her. You know what I'm saying? Who is a man with substance of value? Who's going to take more serious, a stripper or just a girl that's just regular but has a very high level of a moral code and ethics and purity?
I think purity has more to do with children than it does with women.
With children.
Yeah,
but that's
because-
intrinsically tied to your duty as a woman is to create children.
But wait, what do you mean?
No, I'm
like
saying
in
like
children?
purity to describe a woman, I think is different. Like, what do you define as pure? Because I think children represent pure.
Got it. She wants to preserve her right to be a harlot. And she doesn't appreciate you associating purity with a grown woman, because a grown woman can do all kind of skanktastic activities if she chooses. And I know that that's where she's going with this. You can tell by the little scowl she has on her brow. That's where she's going with this. She hates the fact that he wants a woman who has a moral code and has purity. And she's, what is purity? Look at it. She can't wait to get him.
And women aren't children, we're grown women. You know, what about us has to be pure?
I mean, I think it's crazy to think that you only people that can be pure are children. Like, you could be a pure human, you know, not everybody
But
is.
what does that mean? Like, what does that mean to you, pure?
I mean,
I'm just
someone-
not understanding.
Like I said, someone who has a high level of moral code.
That she's not
Okay.
been around and she hasn't been with just everybody, and she.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't fuck with
I
too many
wouldn't.
dudes that
No.
have. No, I'm not finished. I wouldn't fuck with too many dudes that their moral code is way off the scale. If you'd have been in all types of threesomes and crazy
agree.
shit, that's not my lifestyle,
Yeah.
and you could stay over there.
Yeah.
I was giving an example. you know what I'm
I
saying?
got what
Like,
you said. I got
But
what you
We
said.
got
giving
you,
an
but we
ex-
have.
She's
I'm
saying
just
it's the same thing
that.
for her.
Most women.
Yeah, I'm
Excuse
saying
me?
it's the
You're
same
saying
thing
the
you
same
saying.
thing, yeah.
I'm the same way on this
Yeah.
side of the table. Like,
So you don't think it's possible for a woman to be pure? Is that what you're saying?
no,
Oh,
I didn't
no,
say
no,
that.
I
What
think
I'm
that-
answering is you saying you don't like bitches who's not moral like that. I don't like niggas who not
Is
that
that what
moral
I,
like that either.
that's not what I said.
Females, you get what I'm saying?
What
obviously.
I said is I gave an example. I gave an example
Okay,
of,
but
of two different
basically-
genres of women.
Okay, I heard you.
And I said, what do you think a man of substance is going to choose? Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
what
you
are
answered it
gonna
already.
choose?
We heard
You
you.
said you wanted a woman with purity and that had morals and stuff
He's
like
going
that.
No,
to
what I
choose
said
ahead
is
of time.
what I believe a high value woman is. Someone who has a high level of moral
Even that
code.
express
I
himself
never said that I
the
needed.
right way,
I never said that I need
Somebody
a.
that's not for the
I
streets.
never said I need a perfect woman. I'm not perfect.
We didn't say that either.
So then what are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't like men that have a different moral code. I'm saying if you slut it out as a dude, I think that's like some carrier behavior. No, I don't fuck with that.
It's a what behavior?
Carrier behavior.
What's carrier?
STDs.
carrier behavior.
like spiritual diseases, sexual diseases.
Who said I was slutted out?
I didn't say you were. I
Oh,
said
okay.
Ben.
I thought it was directed
I'm not
towards
attacking
me.
you.
Oh, okay. I thought it was directed
Well,
towards me.
She's
I
saying
mean,
it's the same for her.
I'll be an asshole here. A man that can have threesomes with a lot of women brings value to some degree, whereas a woman that has sex with a lot of dudes loses her value to
Yes,
some
it
degree.
is true.
That's
That
so
is
it's a-
true. That is very
a
true.
promiscuous man is not the same as a
That is
promiscuous
very
woman whatsoever. So,
Right.
okay, so I'll say this real quick. So, that's sexist? Yeah.
What
Reality.
about-
We
wait,
gotta
hold on.
value ourselves
Wait,
more.
wait.
We do.
Hold on,
I
whoa,
believe
whoa,
in
whoa,
that,
whoa,
and
whoa.
I-
What about a
Yes.
woman that brings a lot of threesomes to a man? Can we talk about that?
But that's your relationship.
You're
with your
welcome.
man. That's
Okay.
a different
That
thing.
was not the
It's valuable
context
That's
of the
a different
conversation.
thing.
Now it is.
But
Definitely
so
out of
you mentioned
context,
earlier
but
that
valuable
that's
to some.
sexist. Here's a newsflash: reality is sexist.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whether
that's
you want to accept it or
unfortunate.
not,
No,
it's
I accept
unfortunate.
it. I
but
accept
I don't.
it.
We on this podcast we don't deal with should, coulds, or
What
it should be. It's what is. The reality is, you can get into a club for free. You will get invited to social situations
And
that
why
none
is
of us
that
at the table.
for men?
Yeah, but
Girls are there for men.
but that's-
because men go to
let
clubs to go fuck girls.
Let me finish though. What I'm trying to say is that women have no issues when sexism when it benefits them, but they do have an issue with it when it doesn't benefit them. I accept the reality that reality is sexist. But as soon as I said a man that's promiscuous is not the same as a promiscuous woman, that's sexist. Yeah, it is sexist because a man has to create value versus a woman has to preserve hers. It's just that women don't like it when the sexism negatively impacts them, but they're all for it when it positively helps them.
Can I ask
So-
what
Vice
sexism
versa,
favors?
the
Like,
way-
how does sexism favor me in any sense?
No, there's benefits to being a woman and there's
Pretty
benefits to being a man. But there are a lot of benefits, I would argue, in today's modern day society that benefit women that are inherently sexist that you're complaining about. But when I said something very small, hey, a promiscuous man is not the same as a promiscuous woman, you were to say, that's sexist.
All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you like what you saw, hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'd love to have some subscribers. I'm too early in the game to set up subscriber goals, but hey, hopefully in the next week or two, we'll be able to set some goals and then reach those goals. But if you got any value out of what you watched here, subscribe. Think about hitting that like button and coming back to check out some more videos, because there will be more.